All right, so hi. Um, this is me taking this idea I've had for a really long time for a Sailor Moon blanket and designing it on Notably on my iPad because I love my iPad. um, yeah, I Sailor Moon in the anime and even in the remake, she has a bedspread, like her blanket. It's the moon, stars, and like this bunny like jumping, and I wanted it since I've ever saw it, never watched it. And I was watching the remake, and I usually would like try and look up like it on Amazon or something, because it's a quilt she has. Like I want that fluffy quilt vibe. But at this point, I'm not spending an arm, tooth, and leg for this thing to come from like halfway across the world and it'd be like too small or it's gonna shrink really quick or not warm. I'm gonna just make it. I've been wanting to make it for a while, and so I'm gonna be using notability. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire! I keep mispronouncing this. I'm gonna use notability to design it. So first, I have already like the inspo. I have like a couple photos from the anime, and I'm gonna add a couple more. Her bed sheet seems to like change color depending on the episode or like which version of the anime I'm picking it from. I don't know if I want a purple or pink. I'm both a purple and pink girl. So I'm going to draw it both. And yes, the main thing that I like is sometimes in some instances it has a white border. And I feel like that's such an innocent thing. That's such like a little girl, little kid thing. Like your blanket has like a white border. And I feel like I like it, but then I also like it when it's just all blanket. So we're gonna play around with it. I'm gonna use Notability's grid template to see if I can make a pixel grid, because I've been practicing using pixel grids to crochet like designs and stuff that I've made, and I think this is a great practice. This is gonna be a really big blanket though, so I'm gonna need a big grid, so I'm gonna see how that works. If not, I'll like import a grid or something, or I'll use whatever I draw and then put it into like a different app or something. We're gonna figure it out, but for right now, here's the inspo. I'm gonna probably insert a clip here, but here's the inspo. I just have like two from the new anime because I really did like how they made her bedroom in the new anime. It's just so cute. It's more, I don't know, it's just clearer. So for design purposes, right, in the new anime, they do change up the blanket a little bit, and so we have like more of these simpler bunnies and moons. In the original anime, these are more detailed, like they're actual bunnies jumping over the moon because the name Usagi is bunny, and like her whole name is supposed to be about like the bunny on the moon, the rabbit on the moon, and like rabbit jumping over the moon, that all that jazz. I think for design wise, like what's gonna be more functional and more realistic is the simple bunnies and designs from the remake, because they're just like the shape of a bunny and the ears and the moons and the stars. But I think in terms of like how close these patterns are together, and maybe even like the sharpness of the moons, I'm gonna go with the older anime design, because I like the bunny and the moon a little bit closer together, and the stars, like I like them feeling clustered together rather than farther apart. But there's not too big of a difference really. I'm just gonna pull the inspo of these bunnies in my drawing. I'm gonna pull those in for the design I'm gonna do and for the pixel grid I'm gonna work on. So yeah. Okay, so I have finished my design. I was gonna play with it in red and red. Maybe I can make a Stellar Mars blanket next. They didn't give them any blankets. Good ideas. Sorry, I'm blanking. Oh, okay, so I finished the blanket. I was gonna try it in pink as well, but after seeing it in purple, I was like, no. This shit is so cute in purple. I don't want to see it in pink. It's so cute. Like, look at it. Can you tell I love Sailor Moon? Anyways, I love this. I added a trim on it, and I just think it looks so cute. Like, it adds such, like, if it was just a plain square, I'd still think it's cute, but the trim is so cute. It may be pink. I put white trim for now, but it may be pink. You know, let me screenshot this. Sure. Okay, it may be pink. Who knows? But what I am now gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can draw. Now I have like my base drawing. I'm gonna see if I could put it in the grid on Notability and kind of like do this all over again on a pixel grid. And then from there, I would like to make some practice swatches. But for now, we're just going to stick with Notability. And maybe that'll be in this video or another video of me doing practice crochet swatches. But for right now, I want to see if I can get as close as possible to this design on a pixel grid. And then it will play around with how I'm going to bring this into real life. Like in the palm of my hand, you know, and you know, then when we get there, we'll get there. But right now we're gonna use a grid template on Notability and see how that works. And then if that doesn't work well, then I will use one of those other apps, like those pixel grid makers or whatever. Yeah. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to humbly confess and say that I learned very quickly that I could very much use Notability's grid template, and I was searching for it for a second. It's so funny, but I was too lazy to color in each box myself, as opposed to this grid app that Miro Counter app that I found, which you just tap it and it does the color for you. Because you're gonna see I make many mistakes in the grid, or like I make a lot of changes, and if I had to color each box to then go in and like erase it and color it again and move it around, I would have lost my marbles. I don't think it's not impossible, because I've seen people do it on like regular grid paper or on regular grid paper, and I feel like the logic crosses over, but I work smarter, not harder. I gave up instantly. Like the way I drew that grid, and I said, no. And as you can see, this row counter app, like I can tap change color and then like tap the square and it does it for me, which heaven on earth. You was not catching me do that. Okay, so it's about an hour later now, and I quickly realized that the grids on Notability, I realized it would be a little bit more work on Notability. I don't think it's impossible to do it on Notability, but it was more work to like color in each box rather than using like an app that like you just press the box and it changes the color for you. So I went on my row counter app, and I have been a bit humbled. I've chosen shapes that are like, it's hard to draw like a crescent moon on like a boxed grid or like stars, and so I have changed my design a little bit. It looks a tad bit different. I don't hate it or not like it. I just really want to find a way to incorporate the moon, the bunnies. I really want the friggin' bunnies, but I don't know how to that bunny shape. So, I think what I'm gonna do for now is I am actually gonna use this grid and make like it looks like Pac-Man actually. I don't know if you can, well, I can see that you can see, but I don't know if you can see the Pac-Man I'm talking about. But I couldn't get the stars, so these are our stars for now. I'm still new. These are our stars for now and our moon. I am gonna see if maybe like on Pinterest I can import like something similar, or maybe I can find like a grid, but I really wanted to make it on my own because I've been using like grid crochet for a couple projects and I just want to try it on my own and see. I'm ambitious, but yeah, this is kind of how I turned my idea from notability into a grid, although it wasn't on notability fully the grid. Yeah, I'm gonna play around with this app and see, and then I'm gonna come back next week with like some test swatches and stuff. I wouldn't call this a fail. I wouldn't call this a failure, but maybe the easier route is taking a picture online, but I just want to see if I can find a way to get these cute bunny ears. Like, is that so hard to ask for? God, is that hard to ask? I'm proud of it nonetheless. I think it still is cute. Obviously I'm not gonna stick with these dark colors. It's just I didn't really feel like messing with the color wheel that they got going on here because it wasn't cooking. They gotta update that. That was weird. It was like, let me see if I can show you on, not to shame on this app, if I could figure out how to even mess with that. Oh yes, I forgot. Yes. Oh my god, wait. That is so friggin' cute. That is so friggin' cute. That is so friggin' cute. I take back everything I said. This was not a fail. I forgot that this app shows you like the preview of like it with the stitches. And for crochet, nah, this is cooking, bro. Nah, this is cooking. Oh my god. I'ma move that dot and bring it up here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold on. Okay, wait. This video, I thought it was gonna end. It's not gonna end because now we need to see how this looks fully finished. Oh, I'm so sorry for ever complaining. I'm gonna shut my mouth. Shut my mouth. Okay. After like another 30 minutes of playing around with the row counter app, I figured out how to get the bunnies in. Never give up. Never give up. Oh my god. I figured out how to get the bunnies in. And I love it. So this is it, like as a grid. And I think it's so funny because it looks like the bunnies, they are a little creepy, like that little pink eye, but I kind of like it. It reminds me of the Five Nights at Freddy's game, like one of the games where like after like each night you played like some game or whatever. I can't remember. My little sibling remembers better, but like I remember there was like a pixelated game that you would play after each night, and it told like the lore of like what happened, how all these kids got eaten up and cut up, or y'all know the FNAF lore. Kids went through stuff. Anyways, that's what these bunnies remind me of, or like just those old pixelated games. And then the preview option. Now I had to play with this a bit. Yo, look. It is so cute. Oh, I should move that moon down. What did I do? I can move that moon down. Can I? This moon? Maybe. I don't mind them together like that because then when we have, there's a repeat option. So like repeats the pattern that I've made. Look at that. Is that not the friggin' cutest thing ever? Nothing I buy can ever replicate this. And I know if you'd like me, you seeing like how it's following that way. You know what? I don't even care. I may I know this is going to be a blanket, but I think the practice run for the blanket is making an iPad case sleeve. So, that's probably going to be the next video. Is in order to make the blanket, I'm going to make it like something bigger, but not as big. Something smaller than a blanket, but bigger than like a book cover or something. But yes, this is how it looks. This is a complete, oh my God, wait. And then, just another nerdy thing to nerd out about is the row counter app is, for like crochet and knitting and all that jazz. You can also put like the symbol chart. So like if I wanted this row to be all, well, let's just undo that really quickly. I feel like a teacher. You can also put like symbol charts. So if I just wanted everything to be single crochet, I mean chains, then now like I can look at it and be like, oh, chain 1, chain 2. I don't have to write anything down, which is dope. Yeah, or like if I wanted it to be, and then it'll change in the pattern. Like if I wanted all of these to be, let's say double crochet. What if I'm lazy, right? And we just, the whole dang thing is double crocheted. Oh no. No. All right, hold on. I'm playing with stuff. Hold on, let me fix what I just did. I was gonna show you it double crocheted, but I forget that double crochets take up 2 boxes rather than 1, and I'm not redoing this. I'm not redoing this for y'all. I'm really not. I'm not. I want to already start playing and like having fun. But so this is gonna be it single crocheted, super cute. I think this is gonna be an iPad sleeve. Despite me mentioning it is a blanket, it's gonna be a blanket, but I'm first gonna work as an iPad sleeve, which, yes. So to wrap this lovely video up, party people, this is how I turned my drawing. Oh, this is so cute. This is how I turned my drawing in Notability into into a pixel grid that I can now crochet with. Ta-da! Ta-da! That's it. That's all. Have a great day, y'all.